Alright, hello there everybody, this is Insanito speaking, and welcome to the last episode of Act 1 of the playthrough of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, where I still play as an Amazon on hardcore mode, meaning that if the character dies, this will be the end of this gameplay. But as you can see, the Amazon is still alive and well, and you know, still going strong. And I want to again sincerely apologize for the last two episodes being extremely boring, but thankfully this episode, according to the footage that I've just witnessed, is not going to be as boring, because in this episode we are going to attempt to defeat Andariel, which is the last boss of the first act. Don't know why it took me so long to say this phrase, but I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm talking about. And to the newbies, the first boss can be quite challenging, but when you familiarize with this game well enough, you may as well just find some decent tricks into defeating her. But you will see my attempt later on this episode. But for now, here is the second part of the trip towards Andariel's den, which will include exploring at least 2 levels of catacombs, and then the third one being Andariel's den. So the trip wasn't as boring, actually. There's been lots of encounters with monsters, which is pretty good. And although there were some moments where I've just basically lost in the catacombs. I wasn't able to find the way to another level, but I managed in the end. So in order for you guys not to be so bored about it, I have cut as much unnecessary footage as possible. However, I may still have missed some bits, but hopefully it will not happen as often. But if it does, I will cut it during the commentary, or maybe like I'll just cut the sound as well, so it won't look as recognizable as I would expect. So yeah, so it should be good. So this episode is, as I've said, is the end of the first act, and as I've said before, the second act is going to be very challenging, because I've noticed that the Diablo series don't go well with the deserts. The deserts are very hard, because there was the same problem with, well, not problem, but the same challenge in Diablo 3. The second act was almost impossible to complete at some point, but you know, if you get used to it, it would be easy. But again, it's just something that needs to be taken into consideration. I mean, the game itself, it's quite difficult, and the game series themselves, they can be quite challenging. But it's all about the strategy and the way that you build your character. It's just basically ensuring that you can survive for as long as possible. So yeah, it's going to be quite exciting. So I was just thinking, whilst there is nothing much happening in the footage. Oh, actually no. As you see in this room, I found this area quite grim. I think there was like some kind of like sacrifice happening. It's like a person being burned, I would assume alive, and then like these torches like burning around this flaming corpse. It was quite a grim image to look at. So I think there was another place later on in the catacombs with the same kind of atmosphere. I think this was the moment I was talking about. Like on the previous episode, I said something about seeing something really grim or something like that. I think this was the place that I was talking about, like the sacrifice and stuff. It looked quite brutal. So Yeah, it was quite depressing. But anywho, we're continuing with the journey. Actually, I've noticed quite a lot of packs in this dungeon. Quite a lot of encounters with them. So like the packs, if you don't remember, are like groups of monsters. One of them being the leader of the pack, and the rest being minions. And they have like specific skill that the usual monsters don't have, which can make these monsters much to defeat. Well, not almost, but like I mean, obviously, they are defeatable, and I did defeat them. But it's just sometimes there can be such compilations of the buffs that they can have, which can complicate their eradication. But it is possible. As long as you know what you're doing, you should be fine. I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. And if you were asking how I am, I'm doing really well as well, thank you. The day of recording is Friday, the 29th of June. And it's a very good day. Just another month has passed. I mean, I know there is the 30th, but like, it's with regards to work. Just a really nice day it was. So we actually finished earlier today than we usually do, and that's always a good thing to look at. It was pretty nice. And yeah, just like finished the bits at work, and we just with a relief just all went home, and that's pretty good. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a very busy day, just going to play some Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, as well as doing some other personal things. So just basically be everywhere and anywhere, and anytime. So yeah, just like I think the only proper day I will have an ability to rest will be Sunday, and it's also quite unlikely because like I do need to do some stuff on Sunday as well. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, but who knows? Maybe something really decent will happen on Sunday, so we'll just see what happens. So yeah, we are currently on the second level of the catacombs, which should be the last level before Andariel's den. However, I have a feeling that it's going to be 4 levels instead. So I'll explore another level of catacombs, which will be level 3. And then after that, there will be level 4, which is Andariel's den. So I did tell you that, the journey is extremely long, so... And I wasn't joking, as you can see, so like I wasn't just over-exaggerating, so like... There's still so many things to explore, and like it takes a while to actually find the way to another level. It seriously does, like in this kind of like labyrinth. Like at some point I was stuck for so long that I was just like running around for like 5 minutes, maybe even more. Thankfully I've cut this bit, so you don't need to like struggle about watching it with me. Here's another leader shaman. So I was just like considering. Sorry, I do keep saying like all the time. I apologize. So I was thinking about defeating the leader shaman first, and then destroying the minions. And I think this strategy went well, so I was able to defeat this pack, which is pretty good. And then just continuing exploring these catacombs. And whilst we do that, just in order to avoid another boring commentary, let me have a look at one really interesting app. I'm not being sponsored, by the way, I wish I was. But a while ago there was this thing called InspiroBot, and what this InspiroBot does is randomly generates the quotes, like inspirational quotes. Some of the results can be really hilarious, some of them can be actually quite inspirational. So whilst we are running around and defeating some monsters, let's just have a look at what quotes we can get, because I can tell you that I don't think I've got anything interesting from these monsters. It's just me defeating them and they're just trying to find for exit. I also actually had a mana crisis. I ran out of mana potions. So yeah, that was quite annoying. Yeah, so this is the Catacombs level 3, so this is not Andariel's den. So I just had to explore this one as well, and then we got to Andariel's den. So let's have a look at what InspiroBot will give us. I will also give you a link to this interesting app, so you can make some hilarious random quotes yourselves. Right, the first one says, you can take the theory out of the power, but you can't take the power out of the theory. What the hell does that mean? Or actually, if you think about it, nah, it doesn't make sense to me, sorry. With undeserved fires come undeserved challenges. Nah, I don't know. Don't think about your boss wife, just be human. Yeah, seriously, like, just don't think about relationships during work and with your co-workers. Just you're not being paid for that. Although, if things go really well between you guys, I mean that can work, but still not worth taking a risk. Right, this. Sorry, this quote just simply says call 911. Very interesting indeed. Actually, what I might do is I might just like download these images and then just put them in a video. Where the hell not? So just you would have an idea of what is happening, like, and what I'm doing, and like what quotes I've actually got. Get swallowed. Jesus Christ.
I am
okay. Find lies, make hard, make fear. Yeah. Nah. Nothing much. The experience of working as a waiter can be a lot similar to being in a car accident. That's quite truthful, to be honest. I used to be a waiter, and on some days this job was an absolute disaster, similar to a car accident.
I can't carry anymore.
Like, at some point I've accidentally spilled the champagne on the guest, which was completely by accident. It wasn't intentional, but we managed to get this sorted anyway. So you know, just did apologize, and we just gave him a free drink. So you know, as a as a compliment. And obviously we washed his jacket. So, you know, just providing excellent customer service out of this accident. You know, because the best way to you know, improve the customer service is not just by brilliantly serving customers in general, but also showing them how easily you can resolve problems. Simple as that. Let me just download this picture as well. So the hollow earth theory is true. Was this a shout out to flat earthers? I'm not a part of that group. I, you know, do believe that Earth is a sphere, you know, is a sphere. But you know, like, can't understand why do people believe in you know, flat earthers and all that stuff. Flat earth theories and stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. The people who examine fools are not as backwards as the people who examine public ridicule. Okay. I mean, I guess. Okay, what else we've got? Prison is not an attractive concept. I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, I haven't been to prison, don't get me wrong, and I don't want to. I am a law-abiding person, so, you know, just try to follow the law. Not try, but, like, I do obey the law, and I don't cause trouble. Because, you know, it's not worth it. Just too much stress. Let's see. Try to make it so that somebody feels like a loser. I think I understand what this quote is trying to say. Like, basically just try to overcoming those who you think are stronger than you. And if you overcome them, you actually become better than them. So, yeah, just self-developing. If you really want a cute kitten, care. I mean, what? No. If you really want a cute kitten, just adopt one. Don't call it a thought, call it change. Okay, actually, that's pretty cool.
Not enough mana.
Okay, and let's do 3 more. Grab pain, home pain. Don't know, man. That's quite an unusual quote, but I'll still use it. In boredom begin diets. Perhaps. Well, those who have started diets, is it true? Because I'm about to start like a you know, healthy diet and stuff. So it's not out of boredom. It's out of the fact that like I want to you know, just be healthy. Oh, and there was another room with the sacrifice. I think you just saw it literally a moment ago. I think I'm going to come back to it. Yeah, I'm coming back to it. And apparently there was a leader of the pack, which I haven't noticed at first. Like a bear started shooting at it, so I didn't pay attention to it until now. Yeah. So that's another sacrifice made. But at what cost? Okay. Right, let me see. What other quote can I have? Act as if you were a villain. Well, villains are actually the most genuine, most motivated people, usually in the films and the books, because they seek their purpose with a passion, and that's why in most cases villains are more likable, and also because the actors who played the villains are extremely good. Right, last quote will be: if you're not concerned about the joke, you're probably acting inhumane. Oh no. No, that's not a good quote. That doesn't bring me good memories. And like, you know, good thoughts. Because like nowadays, like there's this joke police and thought police. It's awful. I don't really like it. And on that unfortunate quote, we actually reached Andariel's Den, which is Catacombs level 4. So I just opened the portal in case if I want to get back to town for real quick. And yeah, so we're about to attempt to defeat Andariel. And that's going to be quite an interesting fight. What's gonna happen, only I know. But then later on you will know as well. Because you know you're currently watching this footage. So yeah, I'm just slowly approaching her throne room, But for now, I'm just like getting rid of these monsters because they can cause some trouble later on if Andariel comes in here and starts causing trouble whilst I am, you know, trying to defeat these monsters as well. So just slowly but steadily, just clearing up the space for the future fight. Yeah, so I'm feeling quite excited because the fight, in my opinion, was quite interesting, despite the results. So yeah, we just shall see what's happening. And I'm just picking up whatever I can. I don't worry about the minor healing potions. Yeah, so we just grabbing things, hitting barrels, dropping down the corpses, which were either impaled or just tied up to this pole. Okay, so this is the throne room, and we are encountering some more monsters, and I think Andariel should come in about now. And I forgot to put my phone on silent. I do apologize about that. That's quite unprofessional. Oh, even though, like, I do complain about it, but I still don't do it. I don't know why. Oh, and here she is. Oh. It just says that she's a demon. Because I thought she was like, what, Lord of Anguish or Duchess of Anguish? But it doesn't matter anyway. Oh, and here goes Abeya. She fell down because of being poisoned. And as you can see, Andariel is quite fast, so I'm not even able to run away for like a proper shot. But I'm still able to, like, you know, just keep defeating her. And her poison is quite effective, so yeah, as you can see, it causes quite some damage. But I'm still managing, and... Oh, wait, does that... Huh! Well then, Andariel is dead! Wonderful! And I just, like, tried to run away from these flames. I'm not sure if they actually cause damage or not, but didn't want to take a risk. And there we are!
This maiden shall inflict no more anguish.
Ah, Maiden of Anguish. There we go. I think she's like the Maiden of Anguish. Fair enough. Okay, there we go. So Andariel is dead. And this is basically the end of Act 1. So for now what I'm doing is just basically sorting out the inventory and try to sell those rare items that she dropped down. But at this point I was thinking, I think I shouldn't have sold that trident that she dropped, because I thought it would be a better, like, you know, spear weapon. But at some point I'm thinking, I don't really need spears at this point anyways, because I'm mostly using the javelins and the bolts and the crossbow and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much almost the end of this episode. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for continuing watching my videos. If you do continue enjoying them, that's absolutely great. If not, I completely understand. Let me know what you want to see next. Perhaps I'll be able to, you know, follow your requests. For now, I've got limited selection of games I can play and the videos I can make as well. But hopefully I will be able to follow up with your requests soon enough. Please support my channel if you wish. You can just upvote the videos and comment on them as well. That does help me out. However, if you have other ways to support my channel, do so. I don't know what these can be, as long as they're legal. Don't want to be involved in like illegal activities or something like that. Well, I'm not sure if there are any, but like, you know, don't do botting. That's what I'm saying. I want the views to be legitimate. And also, yeah, just thank you, and I hope that the second act will be even more exciting, and I do hope that I will survive it. And yeah, without further ado, enjoy the last moments of this episode, and I shall see you in Act 2. This has been Insanito, and have a very, very pleasant day, or evening, or afternoon, or morning, whenever you're watching this video.
The Order welcomes you.
Oh, and by the way, I do apologize for any problems with the sound in this episode. I was trying to fix it, but nothing seemed to be working properly. Oh, and also, Cassia can resurrect your allies in Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, so that's pretty good. Okay, now, legitimately, have a pleasant day, and I hope I'll see you in the second act. This has been Zanito, and legitimately, goodbye.
Where can I take you?